Now, an earthquake with a preliminary magnitude of 7.6 hit north-central Japan, and the Japan Meteorological Agency has issued a tsunami warning along the coastal regions of Ishikawa, Niigata and the Toyama prefectures after a series of strong quakes shook the western parts of Japan. So that you can see the visuals of the destruction, what happened in the aftermath. You can see that video being captured. 7.4 magnitude earthquake. That is the official figure we have right now. It's a 7.4 magnitude earthquake. This is a high intensity earthquake, viewers. And now it has struck Japan. Tsunami warning has been issued, remember, because the coastal area. So there is a big threat of a tsunami as it's a high intensity magnitude earthquake. And my colleague Samiksha is joining us live from our Delhi newsroom. Samiksha, of course, we can see absolute visuals of destruction. But tell us, what all are you picking up in the latest? It's of course the tsunami warning has been sounded. The alarm has been sounded, but any kind of information on the damage or any loss of life and the latest update?
Right, Rakshita, to begin with, it's a earthquake of magnitude 7.4 to 7.6 that has hit essentially the cities along the western coast of Japan. In fact, details coming in on the advisory also that's been issued from the PMO Japan. Reading out the quick advisory that's been put out, which says that provide timely, accurate information to the public regarding tsunami evacuation and take thorough measures to prevent damage, as well as evacuation of residents. Now, note that one of the primary concerns for the officials along the western coast of Japan is to evacuate people living in the coastal areas, which has been specifically mentioned, of course, in this advisory as well. The advisory further says that there is a need to assess the state of affairs regarding damage as soon as possible. The advisory by the Japan office for the PMO says that act in close coordination with local governments and other principle of prioritizing human life above all else, spare no effort in our emergency disaster responses, including saving lives and rescuing disaster system victims, with the government working as one. Now, note among the key cities that have been affected, or rather the key regions that have been affected as a result of the tsunami and the consequent, in fact, the earthquake leading to the tsunami include Niigata, Toyama, Yamagata, Fukui, as well as Hyogo prefectures along the Japan sea coast. Huge waves, of course, can be seen hitting several cities along these western coasts, and among those cities that have been affected particularly include the Niigata, Toyama, Yamagata, Fukui and Hyogo prefectures as well. In fact, Rakshita, picking up more inputs again, just to give a quick recap of what we know so far. This is an earthquake measuring between 7.4 to 7.6. Regions along the western coast of Japan have been essentially impacted. Meanwhile, evacuation orders have been given from the Japan PMO office itself. As we speak, we can see the visuals coming in of the waves hitting the shores and those people being asked to evacuate on immediate basis. Meanwhile, an advisory also that's been issued by the PMO Japan saying that people should evacuate, being taken to the safer places. Also, details coming in that bullet train services have been suspended in central eastern Japan after the earthquake. So, other than several of the airports, several of the flights getting delayed, the flights also getting being put to a temporary halt. Details coming in that bullet train services have been suspended for the time being. These are cities for cities in the regions central and eastern Japan. And as we speak, people particularly living in the Ishikawa prefecture area are being asked to evacuate on immediate basis, Rakshita.